Hoi hoi chummers, this is Dan, the GM, welcoming you to What the Dice Halloween special. This season is Shadowrun. Well, let's meet our runner.
Hey there, this is Ethan. I play Cypher, our street samurai. Oh dear, that guy's neck shouldn't have bent that way, and why is he still talking to me?
Listener discretion advised. Content warning level green. Standard Shadowrun subject matter. Foul language, sex, violence, drugs. For all of our content warning, none of these subjects go into graphic detail, but it is involved in the story of the episode. Listener discretion advised.
Well, my friend. Seems as if our little runner friend, Cypher, has inked himself into kind of a situation. He decided to do a little exploring on his own out in the wastelands we all know. And, well, let's not call it love, but the no man's land. Last couple of hours he's been dealing with the creepy, the crawly, the what the drek is going on. And, seems as if he's finally on the top floor. Daylight might be just around the corner, but now he is covered head to toe in this ichoric ink. Something's watching him, something's stalking him, and that something is a little strange animated creature from before the fall or after the fall or the second crash. I don't know. But man, Batty Batsworth, and this story is just getting weirder and weirder. Well, let's hope our friend Cypher has the wherewithal to get himself out and survive this ordeal. Let's see what's going on, shall we? The camera fades in and we pan around looking for where we're at. We still see those old Batty Batworth posters around us. They're old, decrepit, they're ripped to shreds in some cases. The camera slowly pans as we watch Cypher pulling himself out of this elevator shaft covered in this ink. The Batty Batworth ears that once adorned his head are now gone as they are flushed away when he was splashed with all that ink. As he pulls himself in and starts to stand, this floor feels wrong. It feels heavy. It feels dangerous. Sitting on the couch in front of Cypher in this hallway where the elevators sit, we see a tape laying out in the open. What would you like to do?
Silly question, there's one floor still above us, right?
Nope.
I'll appear around the elevator real quick, see if my bag and my axes are around here.
They are not, and the elevator next to you looks like it has been ink sealed. It's covered in this flowing ink.
Nah, that's nothing unusual.
Yeah.
Alright, Cypher will then head over to the tape and load up.
So, I go home, work for another 6-7 hours. I was up all night trying to fix it, trying to save it. I should have stopped a long time ago. Tried for so long, I swear I was hearing voices in the static. Absolutely fucking worthless. I'm so mad right now. Whole fucking day wasted. Technically too, really. I'm thinking some vodka sounds good right about now.
Yeah, a good drink? That does sound like a good idea today. Cypher will come to the two doors he's seeing here and see what he can, if they have any windows on them or not.
As you peer into this room, it is what looks like a coat room, like there's your coat room, locker room, that kind of thing, like a fancy locker room. Sitting in the middle on a bench is a tape. Walking around is this strange, inky creature, but something seems off. It seems agitated. It seems aggressive.
Well, I guess it couldn't be easy for you to listen to the story. So Cypher will now take out his crowbar.
Yep.
And ready himself to go smack something with it.
All right. As you slowly push open this door, this inky creature lets out this gargled hiss and starts to move towards you. But you are faster than it, so you get to attack first.
Yay! 2 hits.
As the crowbar hits the creature, it lets out a gargled hiss and doesn't seem too phased. It is going to retaliate. All right, I've got 2 hits.
6 hits.
The tendril hits you, and you feel this inky nastiness slap across you. Your armor taking the brunt of it without causing any actual damage to yourself. Your move.
Well, I'm going to try to whack him again. 4 hits.
As you strike it, its core ink sac explodes, and it just seems to melt away into the ground.
That was messy and interesting at the same time. Cypher will move into the room and pick up that tape and load it up. He wants to hear what's going on now.
So, things started to work out. Animation's going without a problem. In fact, people seem more energetic. They're drawing faster. There are less problems with the antiquated crap we're using. So, I mean, whatever works.
Working or you're feeding into it. Hard to say which, but yeah. Anything interesting in this coat closet?
Nope, if there was clothing, it looks like the clothing has deteriorated into just threadbare everything. Like, even the lockers seem to be covered in this inkiness, and it's almost eating away at the metal.
Ew, corrosive ink. We will step into the hallway then.
As you step into the hallway, one of these ink creatures begins to move towards you. Looks like you're going to have to fight another ink monster. You are faster than it, so you are able to get your first attack.
Can I hold my attack till it gets in range, then whack it?
Absolutely.
I will prepare myself to whack it once it's in range.
All right, this ink creature begins to slash towards you. As it's bringing up its armed tendril to attack, you have your opportunity to swing first.
4 hits.
With a quick hit, you feel the crowbar purchase into some kind of ink pouch in its chest, and it explodes, melting away into the inky ground below.
So was the ink sack in the same place as the other one?
It felt like it.
Good to know. Alright, Cypher will now cautiously go to this room near him and check it out.
Peering into this room, it looks like it's an administrative office. You peer inside, you see a couple of desks, computers that are completely destroyed. Even the posters of Batty Batsworth look like they have been clawed and ripped apart. Sitting on the desk in the center is a plastic-looking tape.
He will test the door and see if he can go in.
The door is unlocked, and you can enter.
Cypher will go in, grab the tape, but also check the room for anything else that could be useful.
The movie is almost done. It is being advertised as hand-drawn, with Horizon going back to their roots. Some PR twist for this bullshit. but I know this sounds stupid, but I had a drawing of Batty Batsworth on my desk, and I told him if things stopped failing, I would do whatever it took to make this work. That's all I needed is this one movie done.
Cypher will shake his head hearing the line of whatever it takes on that tape. Never make offers like that.
All right, roll me a perception check when you get the chance.
3 hits.
With a quick glance around with that perception check, you see a couple of logs of check in, check out for equipment. It looks like a lot of the computer software or the computers have been flagged as needing repairs. You don't notice anything about the server room being on fire. You don't even see a notation of replacing servers or anything like that in the paperwork that you're seeing.
Oh, that's kind of weird. You'd think a fire that hot, that damaging, would have made someone's administrative desk. Alright, with that, Cypher will leave this room and make his way down the hall towards the next room. He'll peer inside this room, see if there's any ink creatures or anything in there.
You don't see any ink creatures, but you definitely see that from the ceiling there's a pipe that is just constantly dripping out this ink. This room looks like it might have been like an executive lounge. You see what used to be a wet bar. All of the booze bottles are cracked and broken. The sink is dripping the same black, inky ichor. As you push the door open, there's almost a little, I don't want to call it a flood of ink, but there was more ink in this room than there was in the others. Looking around, you find a tape. It is sitting inside an old ashtray. Looks like at one point someone tried to burn the tape, but it didn't look like the plastic took the flame.
Ooh, what don't you want people to hear?
Something's not right. The ink. It's talking to me. It whispers that Batty's coming. I asked Batty about it. He told me the deal was to help him see the world. I think I made a mistake.
Cypher will pop the tape out, put it on the hook with the rest of them. And he's like, yeah, buddy, I think you made a mistake. And I think someone came to collect on their bill. He'll promptly leave this room and make his way back towards the elevator and then head north past the rubble.
This is a large office with Ella Clark on the nameplate. Inside you see another one of these ink creatures, and it is smashing what looks like a electric keyboard. The rest of the electric instruments have already been completely demolished. It looks like for this one is its current target.
Cypher will interrupt it from finishing the job and go in there and whack it with his crowbar.
Alright, go ahead and roll.
1 hit.
As your crowbar catches the ink sac, it pops, and this creature just lets out this gurgle as it just slumps into the inky ground below it. Sitting on the keyboard, what looks like just past where it was smashing, you see the glint of this plastic tape.
Cypher will pick the tape up and put it in, but he's also going to see, did that keyboard have power or something?
Roll me a perception.
2 hits.
With 2 hits, no, there's no power to it. Looks like it was already ripped out of the wall like the plug was, and the wire looks like it is melted.
So, was it trying to destroy the keyboard or use the keyboard to destroy the tape?
It looks like it was destroying the keyboard, but it could have also been trying to destroy the tape and it just kept hitting the keyboard first.
Gotcha. Cypher will now listen to the tape.
I just heard what sounded like Batty's laugh coming from the animation offices. I mean, I have no fucking clue what that was about. So I go looking around, and there's ink everywhere in the studio. One of the damn vats exploded. There are handprints and feet prints on the walls, on the ceilings, up the piping. How is that possible?
Cypher will kind of shake his head, and he's going to think back to his training in the various creatures that he's been taught about, and see if he can, based on what he's hearing with the tapes and the damages, sees if he can narrow down what he might actually be dealing with here.
Roll me extraplanar threats.
4 hits.
With 4 hits, there's a couple of different options. It doesn't matter the exact type of creature at this point, because you don't have all the facts. You need to have some kind of physical description. Whatever this creature is has to be summoned. It has to connect to some primal urge, some primal sin, greed, gluttony, pride. One of them. It doesn't matter. It seems it has to connect to something on a primal level, and it is able to manipulate and manifest around using whispers or setting things in a way to where that primal urge continues on. It's definitely on the primordial side of the spirits, but you can't tell if it is a spirit that has good intentions that went awry, or if it is a coy and cunning spirit that started with a very well-crafted lie just to get what it wanted.
Cypher will check to make sure his audio and video are still going at this point again.
Yep, it's still showing that you are recording.
Alright, HQ. I'm starting to lean towards maybe primordial spirit. Not sure its intentions, good, bad, angry. Definitely making a hell of a mess here. We'll have more information as I progress, and we'll send log as soon as I am able. Cypher will check the room right across the hall from him.
In here, you see what used to be one of the giant vats that looks like it had cracked. It's the one, definitely the one that was talked about on the tape.
The hand and footprints on the walls and ceiling?
Well, at this point, all the ceilings and walls and carpet are all this inky black besides the posters that jut from it.
Gotcha. Well, I'm assuming there's nothing of value in this room.
You can study the vat, see if you can get some clues from it.
A perception check, I'm guessing?
Yep, a perception check.
2 hits.
With 2 hits, you get close enough to the vat, you can see that it is completely empty. It is made from cast iron, and as you begin to study the crack itself, it's not actually a crack. It's a claw mark. A claw mark that looks like whatever it was doing a single scrape at a time, over and over, slowly weakening the same spot until the cast iron finally gave up when there was too much pressure of the weight of the ink itself.
Someone was biding his time in here. Cypher will grip that crowbar a little more strongly and now head back down the hallway past the debris and continue down south.
As you can continue moving down south, one of these ink creatures comes around the corner and begins to charge you. Its arms, its tendrils swinging wildly as it tries to swipe at you.
I will beat its ass with a crowbar.
Go for it.
I miss my axe. 1 hit.
As you swing wildly, trying to duck and dodge its wild tendril swings, you catch the crowbar into that same ink sac. And as you yank hard, you feel the sac rupture, spraying the blackened wall with a fresh coat of ink as this creature gurgles and disappears into the ground below.
Dude, I could make abstract art out of these guys. Cypher will come to the threshold of the bigger area and he will look around and see what he's got.
As you come into that precipice, 2 of these creatures come charging at you at the same time. You have 1 chance to attack one of them. Do you want to go for the one that's to the north or one that is to the west?
They're about the same distance, I'm guessing.
Yep.
He's gonna aim for the north one.
All right.
5 hits.
All right. That's a critical glitch. You don't just hit it, you swing through it with enough force to hit the second one. As you do, the first one's ink sac just rips in half like paper, and you embed the hook of your crowbar into the second one's chest, and with a quick yank, you rip the ink sac out, spraying the walls and doors with a fresh coat of ink. Both of these creatures gurgle down to the ground and disappear.
You know, they always said in training, don't ever belittle having a crowbar. They were right. Cypher will shake off any extra ink off the crowbar and go check the room next to him.
As you walk into this room, you happen to glance at the name tag. You don't recognize the name. It's Lawrence something or other. It doesn't matter, because underneath it says lawyer. You walk in and this room is in decent shape, but everything is made from wood. Whoever Lawrence was, you see their degrees hanging on the walls, ink slowly seeping through the papers. The racks of law books have been systematically shredded, page by page. Sitting on the desk, you see one of those tapes.
He will go over, pick up the tape, and load it.
The ink vats are bubbling in. I think I see Daddy. What the hell? Hey, get back here. Oh. What the fuck was that? Was that looked and sounded like Batty. People are gonna think I am just absolutely fucking crazy. I need to go tell Randall what I just...
Cypher will take a deep breath after hearing the now demonic laughter that echoed off that tape. Okay. That doesn't sound... It did not sound good at all. Not one damn bit. Cypher will give this room a quick glance around and see if there's any... Oddly surprised that this room is as intact as it is. See if there's anything useful in here still.
Alright, give me a perception roll.
2 hits.
With 2 hits, you start going through the filing cabinets. The paper is saturated in ink, making it almost impossible to read words. Digging through a couple of the law books, pages have been ripped out. One of the books looks like a chunk's been bitten out of it. As you look through the desk, you find this small notebook, one that would fit in a pocket that a security agent or even a lawyer might carry with them to jot down notes. Flipping through it, you see litigation comments, you see personal injury lawsuits. Just, it looks like whoever this lawyer was dealing with all sorts of lawsuits coming from all different angles from all over the studio. You even see one notation. Vic's family was suing Horizon for the untimely death, as it seems as if a loose structure beam came down and cracked him in the skull hard enough to kill him on contact.
Damn. And Vic was the artist, or he was the artist, wasn't he?
He was the artist, yes.
And he was the one that's been hearing all this, or was that Randall?
He was the one that the tape you just heard.
Okay, so he's the one that heard
That
running.
Batty. Yep.
Okay, and then paid for it. It sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. Alrighty. Cypher will pocket that note, or that little notebook, and he will move down south to check out the doors down here.
As you pass by the bathrooms, both the doors fly off the hinges as two ink creatures come gargling and running towards you.
Well, I will clobber the guy next to me.
All right, go for it.
2 hits.
Again, you hit that ink sac with skilled precision and drop this creature back into the ooze in which it came. The other creature comes running towards you, arms flailing wildly as it charges you.
Say, I just splattered your friend. Now you're gonna run at me. You're gonna get the same, buddy. 5 hits.
Same thing. With that skilled aiming, you are able to hit this creature's ink sac with ease and dropping it to the ground into its primordial ichorish ooze.
Cypher kind of stops looking at the floor where the ooze is just melted back into the ground. Why do I feel this is way too easy to be clobbering these guys? And why am I talking to myself all the time? Or am I talking to the recorder? I don't know now. Cypher will shrug and head towards the next available door.
Okay. This room is what looks like might have been the room that they printed the posters. All the printers are hooked up to these vats, or hooked up to these pipings that are connected to the vat system. All the posters that are printing out in black and white. The standees that are sitting in here seem to be just staring off into the abyss. There's this chill in the air. As you look around, you do notice on top of one of the copy machines, there is that familiar plastic cassette that you've been noticing and collecting over the several hours you've been down here.
Alright, Cypher will reach over, pick up the tape, and slap it in the recorder.
I really think the lack of sleep's catching up with me. With him. Hell, all of us. Or too much caffeine. Can caffeine make you see things? I know a lack of sleep can. Walked into the I can't even talk. I'm so tired. Walked in to the recording studio to work on the final track today. And I swear, Batty was watching me. That little bat. Like, watching. His eyes followed my movements. For a moment, I think I actually believed it. It has to be the caffeine talking though, right? I need some water.
No, lady. It was watching you. You just didn't understand what was going on. Cypher will give the room one quick glance around before heading out back into the hallway again.
In the hallway, you notice that the ink that's on the ground is starting to crawl up the walls. Painting these walls that were dried black are starting to get that shimmer of that fresh, inky ichor. And once they are completely saturated again, it begins to flow back downwards. It's as if the building itself was breathing.
Cypher will just kind of watch it for a bit and just kind of nod like, yep, that's not a good sign either. Wreck. He will begin moving up to the north to check out the various rooms again.
You see the next room to the east. It's labeled Randall Malone's assistant. Inside, it looks like a bomb went off in here. The tables are flung against the wall. Books are piled up and they look like they have been burned. Even the metal filing cabinets look like they have been smashed into a pulp.
Wow. Whose Cheerios did your assistant piss in this time? He'll go through the room, look to see if there's a cassette hidden in the debris in here, and continue on.
Give me a roll.
2 hits.
With 2 hits, it takes a little digging, but eventually underneath the table debris, you find this cassette tape.
Okay. This time, I know. I fucking saw it. Cartoon. I fucking saw him dying. He was walking around, following me. I need to tell Randall or Vic or Horizon. No. It's not someone. They're all gonna just laugh at me, knock me out of the room, won't believe me. I haven't been getting enough sleep. Hell, I don't know if I would believe me. I don't know what I should do. I don't know who I should go to. Randall's been so much stressed with all the problems. As soon as one fixes, 2 pop up. I swear this place is cursed, man. Well, I said, I know I said it before, this place was built on a burial ground. I ain't got no proof, but there's some kind of mojo.
Oh, it's days like this that I wish I understood magic to some degree so I could magic woogie this place, figure out what the hell happened here, but a big pile of drek that's getting bigger, making more, it's hard to say at this point. Cypher will take the tape out after he's listened to it and then hook it on his belt and make his way north again.
The room in front of you is the records room. A record of what? You're not sure. The door itself is caked in this black ink. It pushes open easy enough, but there's just racks and racks and boxes piled to the ceiling that are just coated in this black ink. The air is hard and oppressive. You could smell both that ionization of burnt electrical and the smell of decay that seems to permeate around it.
It's like he didn't want anyone to figure out what the hell happened here. He will still check in the room just on the off chance there's a hidden cassette in a box or something in this inky mess of a room.
Roll me your perception.
5 hits.
With 5 hits, you move a couple of boxes around, and then you spot it. It's a hard plastic case, almost looks like a cheap version of a ammo tin. And as you reach for it, it's got a little weight to it. Popping the little latch, you find inside a tape.
That's it. Fuck this place. Fuck this job. Fuck that bat. I don't care if I get fired. I gotta burn those things. It's the only... I don't know. I'm gonna have to burn something real hard. Look, fuck it. I don't know. I'm gone.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
On that one, was that gunfire or stuff shattering?
You can't tell if maybe it was a door slamming or what. It definitely sounded like... It didn't sound like a gunshot. It sounded like something heavier. Like, you're not sure what.
Gotcha.
But there was a distinct sound of, like, electrical static at the end.
Cypher's just like, more evil laughing, static. Why do I feel like no one walked away from this place? He'll let himself out of that room and make his way up to the next door.
The next door, you look at it, it's a solid metal door with the name Randall Malone written across it. The door itself has this strange permafrost clinging to it. As you slowly open the door, you can feel the chill of something. This room is not filled with ink. It's not filled with anything. The desk has been pushed against the far wall, and there's a ring of white chalk. In the center, you see a skeleton. Part of its skull is missing. A revolver in one hand, dressed in a old, forgotten suit. Clinging in his other hand, there's a tape. But this is where we end this week's episode.
Well, my friends. Seems as if Random alone had something pop out of his skull. Something brought forth something sick and twisted. Wonder if that's how Batty Batsworth got his little fingers, wings, claws, whatever he has in this world. You know, they always say an idea is just gonna pop out your head. Wonder if this is what happened. Well, remember, my friends, we always talk about not making deals with the dragon, but there are other things out there that are more dangerous. I mean, sure, a bullet or a blade can end your mortal life, but there's something even you non-mages should know about. Your soul, your essence. There are creatures out there that want to eat it, devour it, or possess it. They are just as dangerous as any dragon and any corpo. Well, remember, we have rules when it comes to running. Stick to the shadows. Always keep your gun loaded. And never make a deal with a dragon. This is Edis Box, and I am signing out.
Hey everyone, Nightland here, co-creator of What the Dice, and player of Sparkles for Season 2, to do some thank yous here at the end of our episode. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every single one of you for listening. We would not be here today without you, and I do mean that sincerely. We never thought we would get this far, and knowing that there's someone out there, yeah, I'm talking to you, the one with the earballs listening right now. If it wasn't for you guys and us knowing that you're actually here and enjoying what you're listening to, we wouldn't have kept going, and it genuinely fills our heart with joy, and I want to make sure that we tell you every single time at the end of these episodes. We are eternally grateful. Second, we would like to take a moment to thank all the things that we use in our day-to-day What the Dicey ways. First up, Epidemic Sound for our sound effects and music, Podbean for being our host, Foundry VTT, and Forge VTT for creating their virtual tabletop gaming applications and services, Craigbot for our recordings, Catalyst Game Labs for Shadowrun, which is the current system we are running. And with that, if you can spare a moment of effort and want to help us out, the best thing that you can do is honestly, tell a friend, share us, drop a link in a Discord somewhere that you're a part of, or take that 2-second effort of hitting a like, hitting a follow, giving us a star rating. Whatever the button is on whatever it is that you're listening to us on goes a long way in helping us fight that horrible algorithm monster. Also, the Tops Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in the connection with the game Shadowrun. The Tops Company Inc. has granted permission to What the Dice to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any proprietary material for the promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with What the Dice in any official capacity whatsoever.